Hey, kia ora tātou and welcome back to He Tuataki Tini. In this video, I'm going to talk about the name of the trophy, Te Aratiatia ki te toi Huarewa, which is on my right shoulder right there. That's the trophy. The name of the trophy came from a good buddy of mine, Julian Wilcox, where he narrated a documentary called A Band of Men. Now, if you scroll down in this website, I've put a link to the video, A Band of Men. Please watch it because it traces the history of softball in New Zealand. And it retraced the journey of the Black Sox and their successful journey towards winning 3 World Series in a row, known as a three-peat. Never done before in the game of softball. And the Black Sox to date, are the only team that's ever done it. However, towards the end of that video, Julian coined the phrase Te Aratiatia ki te toi Huarewa. And I took that name as a very fitting name, extremely fitting for this trophy right here. So, once again, on behalf of my Indigenous practitioners, Jared Martin, Kahu o te Rangi Rōpata, and his wife Natasha Rōpata, and myself, may we congratulate the recipient of this trophy, which has been received through the Softball New Zealand awards ceremony process. Congratulations, buddy. You are in the right place. You're in the right space and the right place to hear about the trophy and its name and the kōrero behind it. So, here's the kōrero. Here's the kōrero behind the trophy. Tane Mahuta. Tane Mahuta was asked to ascend the heavens, to the highest heavens, to obtain the kete of knowledge, or the kete of knowledge. Ngā kete o te wānanga. And inside ngā kete o te wānanga was te kete tuauri, te kete tuatea, and te kete aronui. The 3 baskets of knowledge. And so Tane ascended into the heavens, and he obtained ngā kete o te wānanga. He obtained the 3 baskets of knowledge. Now the route that he had taken was Te Aratiatia and Toi Huarewa. He was told to take a certain route, but he decided no. Perhaps if I'm wanting to ascend to the heavens to grab the kete of knowledge, then it's a journey that I must take in time to get there. And so he travelled the path of Te Aratiatia and Toi Huarewa. So the Te Aratiatia pathway is it's a pathway that's laid out in small steps, and it's a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a journey. And so the Aratiatia represents the small necessary steps that needed to be taken. And the Toi Huarewa was the actual pathway to the highest heaven. And so, in doing so, Tane, when he took that journey, he made sure that each step that he was taking was how should I say it? Not so much planned, but had structure and foundation, so that when he did land on that step, he could push off and push into the next step and create the next step and so forth. And so, like I said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And Toi Huarewa is that pathway to getting to the heavens. So, koina te kōrero behind the trophy. Now, this trophy recognises and celebrates leadership and success. So, the name of the trophy means taking the steps to ascend into the heavens, taking those necessary little steps, whether successful or not. It don't matter. As long as you're taking a step and moving forward towards your journey to achieving your goal and being successful. And like I said before, Tane took a step, made sure that step was solid, had a solid foundation before he pushed off and moved on to the next step. Just in what I just said there, whether your step is successful or not, If they're not successful, then you rejig, you re-establish, you refocus, and then you push off and go into another step, working towards small steps, working towards being successful. So guys, that's pretty much in a nutshell. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Now, the trophy that sits directly behind me has a bit of a kōrero behind it, and it's represented by the K, K-E-I, K. You find the K on the stern of a waka taua, and the K represents paddling your waka, working in unison, working together, navigating the waters, whether smooth, rough or otherwise, continually moving forward, reaching small steps towards reaching and achieving your goal or goals. That's what the K is all about. It's about that path. And the K can go left, right, back, forth. It don't matter. Whatever that pathway is, and you've worked out, yep, this is the pathway that will get me to my next step. That's what it's about. It's about that direction. Now the softball represents the goal. And the softball has a bit of a story behind it. It's an actual game ball. It's an actual game ball from the 2008 Beijing Olympics, which I was fortunate to be appointed the plate umpire in that game. This game ball came from the gold medal game between the United States and Japan, who played off, obviously for the gold, in the final for being the Olympic champion of 2008. And Japan was successful in being the champion for 2008 when they won that game 3-1. And this ball comes from that game. And I was fortunate, like I said, to be appointed to be the plate umpire in that game, which is the highest accolade for a softball umpire, or an umpire can achieve in softball. That's the highest accolade. And that's what that ball represents. It represents that goal, that highest goal that you can achieve. So yeah. So there you have it. A little summary of the trophy Te Aratiatia ki te toi Huarewa. Guys, I trust you've enjoyed this presentation. Stick around, because we move into my next video, which is going to talk about success and what that looks like through the eyes of a Black Sox legend. And we're going to get some insights into how he became successful and what you might be able to use in his journey to becoming successful. So stick around. Like I said in my first video, it gets better. Well, it gets even more better. So, kia ora tātou.